Welcome back, traders. By the way, welcome. And if you are new to this our channel, do not forget to click on the subscribe button, on the notification bell. Do not forget to like, do not forget to share, and do not forget to comment. By the way, on this channel we analyze our forex and our stock market. So let's quickly do a quick analysis on our JPY forex pair for this week, where our price will actually be moving for this week. Our first one we'll be looking at is our JPY index. As you can see, our JPY index, we actually had that huge fall. I think on Monday or so, we actually had that huge fall. Then we actually had that something called a retracement, by the way. So that's exactly what it is. We actually add that for, then we actually now have that pullback. Where do you think our JPY will actually be going? Definitely we are aiming for a shorting position straight downward. Exactly what we are aiming for. We should at least take out this our lowest liquidity area here. That is exactly what I'm predicting. That at least we should take out our lowest liquidity area here. That should be giving us about 150 plus pips and points, or pips as you want to call it, or points anyhow. So at least that's what we should to grab for this week. Like we have said, we have added that retracement. Now we are actually looking for a fall for this week. As you can see, our prediction was right about last week. We will have that fall. Now we've actually had that for the retracement. So for this week, we are aiming for a fall on our JPY index. We can see our price has gone up. We can see some rejection. Our price is now reacting to this area. So we should actually be waiting for a short position. You can actually wait for our price to break below this area here. So this is our level here. If our price can break below this candle wick here, then you can actually not take your sell position, which is actually not a bad one, by the way. So that's exactly what our analysis for this week will be going. We'll actually be going short. Now on our CADJPY, first currency pair we have here is our CADJPY. What do we see? I'm still waiting for a further push down a little bit, but at least our price will actually take out this liquidity area. Then we can actually now start going long on our CADJPY. By the way, we are on the long run, we are going up. So for this week, we are actually going to be going up. Since our CADJPY will be falling, any currency pair relating to it will be going up. That is what I want you to know. So now, before we actually take our sell and buy position on our card, I want you to wait for a little bit of retracement again. See a further push down, a little bit further push down. Then after that, you can actually not take your buy on our CADJPY. That's exactly what our 4 hours train us. We are still on a bull run, but let's wait for a retracement, then we'll continue our bull. Same thing with our 1 hour time frame. So our 1 hour time frame is showing us we actually see that push down. Then we can actually not take our buy up for our CADJPY. Now our next pair we have is our Swiss franc JPY. So like I said, for the past 2 weeks, our Swiss franc is actually falling down. So the way it's reacting is something that we can't easily predict. But by the way, we can see on our Swiss franc, by the way, since our JPY actually be falling, any pair relating to it will actually be rising. As we can see that we are having on this push up. We can see on our long we're having Swiss franc JPY push up, pull down. We had the push up, now we had the pull down. What are we waiting for? A continuous push up. That is exactly what we are aiming for on our Swiss franc JPY. Our advice, when you take your push up, actually opt out at least our liquidity area here. Take your profit here. Probably you should be able to grab about 100 plus pips. 100 plus pips you should be able to grab on our Swiss franc JPY. Aim for a buy, then opt out. Do not aim for a breakout of it. Just opt out for at least close to our highest liquidity area, then opt out. At least you should be able to grab a lot of profits by then. We are on our daily time frame. On our 4 hour time frame, we are still actually going bullish. On our 4 hour time frame, you can see push up and a push down upward. It's because our JPY will be falling, so any pair related to it should actually be pushing up. Same thing with our 1 hour time frame, we are still going bullish on our Swiss franc JPY. Next pair we have is our pound JPY. By the way, I think we might still actually have a possible push down on our pound JPY, at least to this our area. Then we can actually now see that push up. Then we can actually now see, continue push down on our card pound JPY by the way. So for this week, we should still be aiming for a short on our pound JPY. If you are to look at our pound, we see that our pound is actually wants to start falling massively. It wants to still start going down by the way, but we'll be having a retracement and a put down. So, but by the way, let us still aim for a sell. By the way, that's exactly what I am aiming for on my pound JPY. Continuous push down, then actually not take a buy position on my pound JPY. On my 4 hour time frame, you can still see it is still actually giving us that bearish move downward. Let's continue. Let me see if I can mark my Fibonacci. Let me start from here because our area here has hit multiple times. See, Fibonacci has gotten to this that is at our 38.2. Let's see if our Fibonacci can get our 50 and our 61, then we can actually now start aiming for a buy position. That is exactly what I'll be aiming to do. Sorry. So I'll be aiming for my Fibonacci to actually hit my 50 or 61.8. Then I can actually now start taking my buy position on my pound JPY. But before that, we're going to be seeing a fall on our pound JPY. Now on our New Zealand JPY, we will actually be going up again. Like I said, like we are actually ranging on our New Zealand JPY. So since our New Zealand has actually dropped, definitely we are aiming to take our buy position on our New Zealand JPY. Same thing with our daily time frame. You can see it on the long run. We're actually on a bull run up. So we actually see that retracement downwards. So definitely we can actually go up. And if possible, you can see a breakout. But our advice, push up, take your take profits at your resistance level or close to your resistance, and wait for let's see how price will play out for this week. And our next pair you have is our AUDJPY. Like I said, our AUD will actually be falling, and which it has actually fall. Let's see if our AUD will actually continue to fall, because I will be staying away from this my AUDJPY, by the way. So we are having a fall on our AUD, and very soon we will likely have that something called a retracement. So possibly we might have that push up this week, that push up on our AUD, then a continuous push down on our AUDJPY. Exactly what I think might be happening. So on other AUD, if you have that retracement from our fall, because our AUD is actually falling, if you now actually see that retracement, a push up, then we will likely see the reaction happening on our AUDJPY, whereby we'll see a push up, then a continuous fall. But by the way, let's see our price will play out, then we will know how to trade it, whether we should go down a little bit or we should actually go up with our AUD, then take our fall on our AUDJPY. And lastly, our EURJPY. I will still be waiting for a little bit of pullback at least my area here, because our euro will actually be falling. So let's see, it will actually reflect on this our EURJPY. Our euro should actually fall down, then to actually continue our bull up. As you can see, on the long run, we are actually up, aiming up. So for this week, let's see our euro fall down a little bit, then continue taking our buy position upward. Same thing with our 4-hour time frame. What it is actually showing us, something like a double top. It wants to give us something like a double top. But let's see our price, how our price will play out. If it's actually break below this our area here, then definitely we continue seeing that sell position before we actually not take our buy on our EURJPY. But let's see how our price will play out for this week. So that's our analysis for this week. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.